yesterday with Black Lives Matter, and whilst I have no doubt that lots of people who support the organisation are sincere and genuine, there are some in it who clearly are not, and we saw some absolutely appalling scenes. We covered some of it live when I was on my show last night, but afterwards, I felt very sorry for the police. Standing there, having objects hurled at them, abuse, a couple of them punched, and I saw one police officer lying on the ground. And of course, had they responded in any way at all, there would have been outrage and the police would have been deemed to be racist. I felt very, very sorry for those police that were there. I felt less sorry for the members of the Metropolitan Police Force who chose to take the knee as a sign of support for an organisation who turned up within a couple of hours to be physically assaulting them, throwing things at them. I drove this morning through Whitehall. I saw BLM, Black Lives Matter, graffitied on the Ministry of Defence building, and I saw people out cleaning graffiti off statues, ancient monuments, and there was even a pretty appalling display of behaviour at the Cenotaph, where the flagpoles had to have some work done on them this morning. So all of that was pretty awful. But the key is social distancing went out of the window. And into the middle of all of that strode Labour's Barry Gardiner. And he was clearly there, seen with Black Lives Matter. And he said today, I've been social distancing since March. Today I broke it to join the Black Lives Matter demo outside Parliament and take the knee with thousands of brave young people calling for justice. This, by the way, the same Barry Gardiner who was tweeted and put on his website demands that Dominic Cummings should resign because he drove to Durham. So it's fine. It's one rule for Dominic Cummings, but another for Barry Gardiner, which strikes me as being deeply, deeply hypocritical. So how can anybody, if the police take no action on social distancing, where are we with all of this? Does it feel that social distancing has now become optional for some? And by that, really what I mean, is it one rule for people like Barry Gardiner because they're MPs, and Black Lives Matter because in the wake of the awful death of George Floyd, no one dares condemn them, even when some of their number behaved badly? Is it one rule for them and one rule for everybody else? What does it mean for social distancing? I think the scenes, there were some that said that Dominic Cummings had done great damage to public trust in government policy. I think he did do some damage, but I think what happened yesterday did far more. That's certainly my view. Let's see what you think about this.